Good morning, my friends. It's Jen Pitta with By the Shore Stamping. Welcome into another edition of Teach Me Tuesday. Oh my goodness, I'm looking at this and I'm looking at all that mess back there. Oi, that's not good. See, well, that's not much better, right? Goodness, so much mess back there, but I've been busy getting everything ready for my virtual creative escape next weekend. That was kind of a quick turnaround and quick decision that had to be made, so kind of everything got put on hold. But I still wanted to come on live today because I'm sure you could possibly still be home and waiting out the coronavirus, so I thought it would be important to kind of pop on and just give you something fun to watch for a few minutes. So I have I have a project to share with you today, but it features a couple of things. We're going to do a fancy fold. So those of you that were with me at the Cool Crops in Hampton, we did this one as part of our card class, but I switched up the design a little bit, did something different, featuring a different stamp set. I know I still owe a bunch of you the directions for those fancy fold cards, the girls from my quarterly training. I need to send those out to you, as well as the girls from Cool Crops in Hampton, and I promise I'll get those out to you shortly. I just need to get over the hump of the prep work for Creative Escape, the virtual Creative Escape. I'm hoping to have that out in the mail tomorrow and Saturday, so I'm hoping to get half and half, so then I can kind of focus on some of those other things. But anyway, I thought I would stamp with you today. So hey Jessica, good to see you. I know, I'm sad too. Such a bummer. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. So let's go ahead and switch this around and get started. Of course, as soon as the cat hears me talking, it decides it wants to hop up here on the table. So let me get myself straightened out here and we will get started. All right, so let me switch this around and you'll see the cat butt for a minute till I can get her off the table. Listen, miss. No. All right. So goodness gracious. I swear I did a Zoom meeting with my coworkers yesterday too, and as soon as she hears me talking, she thinks I'm talking to her. So she comes on over and gets in the way. All right, so let me show you a couple of things. I was inspired by a couple of things. So this card here was designed by my friend Rhonda Wade and Michelle Litweller, and it's such a cute little fancy fold card. This was the card we did in class a couple weeks ago at Hampton, but I'm using the same supplies. Listen, no. I'm using the same supplies for this card. I just switched up a little bit of the design and swapped the paper around and stuff, but you'll see you can do similar stuff with the same supplies, but kind of make a whole different card. And then I was also inspired by this one that was sent to me from my team member, Chris Vicenti, who sent me a little happy mail this week, and I thought it was really sweet, and I realized I have this stamp set and I haven't used it yet, so that was the other reason why I'm doing this card. So we're featuring the Rise and Shine stamp set. This is a product that's available for Celebration. So if you spend $100, you can get this set for free. It's really cute. It's reversible, actually. So while it only looks like there's 2 cups, I have one on the block right now so you can't see it, but there's actually 4, because you can stamp front or back so that you can have the cup going in different directions, the handle rather, and then for this one you get a pattern on one side and blank on the other, so it's really kind of cute. It's also really cute because you could do like stamp this twice and then put them back to back and make it like a little pocket kind of thing, a small little pocket, and stick something in there like a little piece of candy or something. But I thought it was a really cute stamp set, so I wanted to share it with you. It's only available through March 31st. There are dies that coordinate with this. They're the Christmas cheer dies that went with the Christmas cheer stamp set that was back in the holiday catalog. It took me a while to find it online, but you can still get them. So I'll put that in the post above too, in case you guys need to get those. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you my new design. So still the same kind of fold here, but it's a little bit of a different design featuring the different stamp set. So let's go ahead and get started. I will tell you that I don't have the dies and I still made this work, so don't panic if you don't. This stamp set, and you can again use it with any stamp set because I have 2 different versions here and they both look really cute. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you're going to take your 8.5 by 11 cardstock, cut it on the short side, so with the paper long side up. You'll cut that at 4 1/4, and that will give you 2 card bases. And then once you've got it cut, you're going to take off 1.5 inches on one end. And then I scored this piece at well, you probably want to score it first because it's easier. It's scored at your regular 5.5 and then take off 1.5 inches on one side. So that gives you your basic card base. All right, and then I also have a 4 by 5.25 inch piece of Whisper White. So I'm gonna go ahead and attach that down first if I can find what I did with my adhesive. Here it is. Okay, so I'm gonna just attach this down. This is gonna be, ugh, cat hair everywhere. This is gonna be for the inside of the card. Oh, I almost did this earlier too. Before you attach that down, you want to cut yourself another piece of coordinating cardstock. So the same color as your base. You want to cut this one, and let me see what the measurement is for this one. 2.5 by 4.5, and then score at 1 inch. So 2.5 by 4.5 and score at 1 inch. And I'm going to attach that right inside this card. Oh, shoot. I'm a hot mess today. I told you, I'm very strongly considering going back to doing 4 o'clock Facebook Lives because I am just not awake in the morning. I literally just jumped out of the shower. I went for a walk this morning. I came home, had some breakfast, fixed up this card, and then jumped in the shower and then jumped on here. So it's just not enough time for me to wake up, I don't think. So I'm not my best in the morning. All right, I'm going to go ahead and, at least not for like talking and functioning. All right, there we go. So now we did it. So your 1 inch piece will get tucked inside so it won't show when you put that underlayer on top of it. There we go. So yeah. All right, so that we do that. All right, and then I have, let's see. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, so this is 3 3/4 by 3.5. This is going to be the piece of paper. Oh, I lied. That's not 3 3/4 by 3.5. That's my scrap piece. This is 3 3/4 by 3.5. See, I told you. And I'm going to just tape that down to the front here. And what was cool is I'm really actually just using the same supplies that I had used for the card at the crop, which was designed by my friend Rhonda there. So I used the same designs, the same paper. So you see the two different designs. Paper is the same, it's just the back side. So I love that we have two different colored papers. This paper is actually called the Please Just Punch paper, and it is coordinating product that's currently available. And it's really neat, and you'll see in a second, because all of it, hence for its name, all of it has a punch that coordinates so that you can actually punch out elements from the cardstock. Good morning, ladies. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and tape that down, okay? And then we're going to, on this piece, I have a piece of Whisper White that's 2 1/4 by 3 1/4, and then I embossed it with the subtle embossing folder. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get you, oh, there you can see it. See it? It's got that very subtle embossing. So I'm just going to tape that down here, and I'll put the measurements in the description of this video when I'm done so you can have them. But it's a really cute little card. Good morning, ladies. All right, so now I'm gonna look at my other card. I also have a piece of crushed curry, which is 3 by 1 inch, and then I'm gonna cut banner ends on each side. And if those of you that haven't been around me for long, you know I actually prefer just to hand cut them. So I do a slit in the middle and then corner to center and corner to center. So there you go. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Slit in the middle and then corner to center and corner to center. All right, so that's that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and tape this down. I am gonna use a little bit of extra adhesive because I'm taping it down to an embossed piece, which just tends to make it a lot less sticky. All right, so they can burnish that well. And then I have a 2 1/4 inch circle, white circle. I'm gonna go ahead and attach that down to just flat right in the middle there. Okay, next up, I'm gonna take my mug stamp and my Coastal Cabana ink. I am gonna use a little mat under here because I think it will ink and stamp better if you have some pressure underneath here. of the photopolymer stamps. So the photopolymer, they don't have the cushioning like our red rubber stamps do, our clay mount do. They have that like squishy cushioning in between the stamp and the block. And so it gives you a nice clean, crisp image. With these photopolymer ones, the clear ones, that's not always the case. So I like to put either a catalog or a stamping mat or something like that under there so it will stamp well. Now, as I said, there are dies that coordinate with this, the cup of cheer dies, which are still available. I'll put the item number in the description as well, but I don't have them. So I'm going to do a little hand cutting here, a little fussy cutting. Again, I don't really mind doing this. This might drive some of you crazy, but I find it relaxing almost. Even, it's kind of along the same lines as coloring for me. I always like to leave like a little, like 1/8 of an inch around my stamped image as best I can. Got a little wide there, but that's okay. So, how's everybody doing so far? We surviving? This is day, I don't know, 9 or 10 for me for being home. We closed up shop at the conservatory. We're all working from home 3 days a week now. Last Monday, so a week ago this past Monday. So I've been home for almost 2 weeks. I honestly don't mind it. I've never been one that struggles with being alone. I also don't mind being with people either, but I think sometimes I prefer to be alone. All right, so there's that. And then what I'm going to do, I had a purpose for this. So you noticed that, where did I put my card? Oh, here you go. You may have noticed that I had a white base and then I'm cutting out on white paper. And the reason why I did that is because I didn't want to have to cut out this little handle. And if you put it on like a colored cardstock, you kind of feel like you need to cut it out so you can see the pattern through it. But I'm putting it on white, so now I don't need to really cut it. So it's just a way for me to not have to do that kind of fussy cutting, because that I don't find fun. I don't like to cut inside like little crevices like that. Cutting around a fairly straight object is not a problem for me. I'm actually just cutting up my dimensionals right now. I love using all of my little bits of dimensionals. It just makes me feel so, I don't know, accomplished or something silly. Are any of you like that? I love to use the edges. So I save them all for my card class so that I can use them. All right, I'm going to go ahead and peel all of this off. All right. Oops, I already did that one. This one is a little bulky, so if you didn't want to have all this bulk, you could do some of this flat instead. But I like a little bit of bulk, so it's not bothering me. All right, so now I'm going to take the little like starburst image from here, and I'm going to use my crushed curry ink. Crushed curry and Coastal Cabana are one of my favorite color combinations of all time. I just love it. It's so pretty. All right. You know what? My hair is really wet still, and it's like dripping down the back of my shirt at the moment. Don't know why I felt the need to share that, but I did. It's making me cold, actually, so that's part of it. I don't know if you can see the hair on my arm is standing straight up. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp this right in the middle. It says Rise and Shine, which is something I do not do. My mom was a really big morning person, and I was so not. I've never have been, and she used to drive me crazy. She'd come in singing her little song, Rise and Shine, give God your glory, glory, and I'd be like, oh, God, Mom. But yeah, so it's been a long-standing no morning thing for me, and I've tried to adjust, and I do get up earlier now. I'm just still not functioning and not pleasant until later. All right, so now I have that little layered piece, and I'm going to go ahead and attach that to my card with dimensionals as well. I'll just use some of these little excess pieces here. All right. And I can't read all of your comments right now. I can read some of it, the shorter ones, but Susan, I can see you left me a little message there about your mom and fussy cutting, but I can't really read the whole thing because my camera mount is in the way. I don't know why that's an issue today. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put that right in the middle, like that. Okay, we're getting there. Then I actually have a little tied bow. The girls in class, I actually pre-tied them for my class too. So they were all excited that I pre-tied the bow. Good morning, Judith. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab a glue dot. Oops, these got all wound up weird. Stick down my bow right on top of my glue dot, push down, and then pull up. And because this bow is so tiny, I do kind of fold my glue dot over, and I'm just gonna put that, whoops, right there. Okay, cute, right? And then so this is that Please Just punch paper again. So it's the same pattern I used here, but I'm just using a little scrap piece of it and the Celebration Blooms punch. This one is also one that you can earn for free with a $100 order. So the stamp set is a $100 order as well. And then this is also available with a $100 order. You can get this for free. This one I think could carry over to the annual catalog next year too. So that'll be good. So I'm assuming we'll probably see some more products that coordinate with that. All right. I am going to go ahead and stick this down with a glue dot. So I'm picking that up. Whoop. I'm going to add another one because I kind of just pulled that off. There we go. And I'm just going to tuck that right under here on the mug. That's another reason why I left that white part in there, because it gives me a little more to stick to. And I'm just going to pull up the petals a little bit like that. All right, and so now all that's left is to do a little embellishing. And I'm using the white sequins from the basic sequins pack in the annual catalog. And I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle a few of these on. I'm gonna stick one right in the center of the flower. And general theory is that you want to use odd numbers, so I'll stick 3 over here and 2 over there, giving me 5 total. There we go. Whoops, cat hair again. Oi! It's everywhere, I tell you. All right, there you go. So there's the finished card. It's a fun little fancy fold. Sorry for putting that song in your head, Susan. Yeah, it's going to be in my head too. All right, so there's the fun fold. I will actually put the description, the measurements in the description of this video when I edit it at the end. But it's a really cute, simple card, but I think it will bring a lot of happiness, and that's kind of one of the things I'm working on. Once I get through prep work here, I want to start sending some more cards and happy mail, because I think everybody could use a little of that right now. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you are staying healthy and sane and doing a little crafting, hopefully. If I can help you in any way, please don't hesitate to reach out. And of course, I do have a YouTube channel, By the Shore Stamping, as well. So if you need some entertainment, you're welcome to go follow me over there as well. And I will be back again soon. I'll be back on Tuesday on my YouTube channel for Teach Me Tuesday, and again next week for Facebook Live, and I may be popping on a little bit more regularly since I am home a lot more now. But as always, I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye!